Hello, my name is Sarah Cordiner and you're watching Edupreneur TV. My tip of the day for you today is all about getting seen and heard by your audience, and importantly, in a way that makes you the go-to person in your particular industry. Now, if your customers do not know you exist, if they can't see you and they can't hear you, you don't exist. And then they're not going to come to you for information, and they're certainly not going to come to you to buy from you. Now, I've been in business for over 10 years, and I can tell you now that I have used every type of platform for marketing myself and my business that you could possibly list. But for me, the number one highest converting, most fantastic for building a name and a brand for myself has been doing video marketing. So much so that I even went out and invested in producing my own studio so that I can film videos, tutorial videos, sales videos for my lead pages, and just hi, how you all going guys videos. It's been fantastic from growing my lists. One of the things we want to be doing, as well as getting in front of our audience, is also building a community and building a database. If we're not encouraging our customers to join a list, to become part of our sales funnel, or to become part of our community, then we're essentially just kind of wasting oxygen. We need to have some kind of purpose to our content that goes out there. And this is why video is great. In a blog post, I can get across a lot of information and I can get across a lot of emotion. But actually, real trust comes between the customer and the supplier when they can see each other. We are very physical creatures, when they can read body language, when they can listen to the sound of your voice and decide whether they like you and trust you. Now, it takes a bit of practice being in front of video. When I first started, it was very, very uncomfortable. Even as a professional trainer who's used to speaking to people, I found that suddenly talking to a little round circle with a lens in the middle was very, very different to talking to a room full of human faces who interact back. So it took a lot of practice and it took a lot of getting comfortable. Now, in fact, and this is absolutely true, when I first began, I actually had nothing other than my mobile phone, and that is all you need to begin as well. You do not need to be producing videos of this professional quality at all. So grab your mobile phone and do what I did. For 10 weeks, a friend and I went to our local park for 1 hour every week for 10 weeks. And we would sit in front of the camera, which, by the way, was a mobile phone sellotaped to a tree, and we talked at it for an hour. Now, sometimes we had an idea of what we wanted to talk about. Other times, we had no idea whatsoever. And it was simply a case of just speak for the sake of getting used to speaking to a lens. And a couple of things happened from that. From keeping that footage, most of which couldn't obviously be used because it was just practicing and playing around, was a couple of things. Now, first of all, we naturally did get much more comfortable in front of that lens. Secondly, we learnt that when we were just talking without any kind of schedule, we started talking very naturally about certain kinds of topics, which told us what perhaps our good themes were to focus on delivering information about. It also gave us clues as to who we naturally started talking to. So we had no intention of who we were speaking at when we were speaking to camera, but what we started saying gave us clues as to whether they were entrepreneurs, or whether they were mums, or whether they were advanced, or whether they were beginners. So we started to really uncover what our natural strengths were and what our favourite kinds of topics were just by practicing. Now, of course, another thing we learned from that was by watching those videos back, we noticed if we had funny little tics or gestures or face movements or annoying filler words that are really frustrating. So the exercise of practicing that, although you feel a bit bizarre talking to yourself in a park to a phone stapled to a tree, it really is fantastic practice for you to start producing content that you're going to put out onto your social media that's going to build relationships at least and win you customers at most. So I highly encourage you to begin starting to film some videos just on your phone, and I'll talk about how you can use outsourced staff in some of my other videos to then take them up to a more professional level. So that was my tip of the day. Video marketing, get doing it. If you'd like some more videos like this one, click on the link above or below and we'll send you some more information straight to your inbox.